How close are we to seeing peace on this border between Israel and Lebanon? Will the talks in Washington bear fruit? These are dramatic talks, I have to say, with the Lebanese government publicly saying we want to meet with the Israeli government under the auspices of U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. We want to meet in Washington. We want to find a way to disarm and disable and crush Hezbollah. We want peace between Israel and Lebanon. Hi, this is Joel Rosenberg for All Israel News. I've come up to this border where more than 8,000 rockets, missiles, mortars, and suicide drones have been fired by Hezbollah at Israeli civilians and forces here in this community. I've got Lebanon to my right, I've got Syria to my left, and right behind me is Metula, the largest Israeli town, civilian town, right up on the Lebanon border. And this is a big question. I mean, just since February 28th, 8,000 rockets and missiles and so forth have been fired at Israelis. I want to show you a statement that Lieutenant Colonel Nadav Shoshani, the IDF international spokesman, just made moments ago to us. But I will tell you, in part of my longer conversation that will air on the Rosenberg report on TBN, one of the things I found fascinating is that they're finding in every village, every town, in Lebanon, the IDF is finding in every house, hospital, school, and mosque weapons, huge supplies of weapons, including rocket launchers and rockets themselves, missiles, as well as AK-47s, ammunition, communications gear. It is pretty chilling how prepared Hezbollah was to invade northern Israel. They fired more than 20,000 rockets and missiles during the war up until Israel decapitated the Lebanese Hezbollah leadership, Sheikh Hassan Nasrallah and all of his top people, and as you recall, activated the walkie-talkie and the pager operation, which killed, maimed, or wounded about 4,000 Hezbollah operators and brought Hezbollah fire on Israel to an absolute halt at that time. But it's back. It's you're hearing explosions right now. These are Israeli forces attacking with artillery against Hezbollah forces. Also, we're hearing, and just in these last few minutes, we're hearing Israeli rocket and missile interceptors taking down Hezbollah missiles and rockets as they're inbound for Israel. I'm very encouraged that Lieutenant Colonel Nadav Shoshani, the IDF international spokesman, was willing to invite All Israel News and our TBN crew up here to one of the most northern points here in Israel. We're just a few kilometers from Metula, which, as I mentioned earlier, is the northernmost civilian town in Israel. But what we're learning, what we heard from Nadav, Lieutenant Colonel Nadav Shoshani, as well as my conversations with him afterwards, was pretty encouraging, I would say, in the sense that the IDF is on the move, they're on offense, and they are determined to destroy, to crush, to break the back of Hezbollah here in southern Lebanon. And what they're hoping for is the Lebanese civilian leadership in Beirut to authorize the Lebanese armed forces, known as LAF, to sort of rise up and take it seriously. Crush Hezbollah, disarm Hezbollah, move all Hezbollah far away from this Israeli border. That's what the Lebanese government promised to do. That's what the international agreements committed to, but nobody would do it. So Israel is doing it with American support. And I just make a final note. I'm encouraged by the fact that the Lebanese government asked for and now has started actual negotiations with Israel in Washington under the auspices of Secretary of State Marco Rubio for an actual peace treaty. That is amazing. You're hearing more attacks. This is Israel responding to Hezbollah attacks. This is encouraging. And I just want to close with this thought. I've been reading in recent days more and more of the scriptures in which, in the Old Testament, we see the story of King David building a friendship with the king of Lebanon. At the time, the capital of Lebanon wasn't Beirut. That didn't exist, really. It was Tyre, T-Y-R-E. And the king of Tyre was a man named Hiram. And David and Hiram built a friendship so impressive and so enduring that there was peace. There was peace between Israel and Lebanon. And then when King David passed along his throne to his son Solomon, King Solomon wrote to King Hiram, the king of Lebanon, and said, I want to deepen this friendship because of my father and your great friendship with him. And could we even work together? Could we in Israel purchase from you in Lebanon the wood, the cedar, the cypress to build the actual temple of God in Jerusalem? And Hiram said, absolutely, let's work that out. And that's what happened. That was peace then. There are prophecies that indicate that there's going to be peace between Israel and Lebanon in the last days. We are in the last days, and I'm optimistic. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. What the IDF is doing here is supremely important, and we should be praying for victory over Hezbollah and, of course, over Iran as well. So that's the update from here on the northern border with Lebanon and Syria. We're hearing fighter jets streaking overhead. We're hearing Israeli forces pounding Hezbollah forces. Let us pray for victory. Let us pray for peace. Let us pray for calm and a blessing on Israel and the people of Lebanon in the days ahead. From this northern border, this is Joel Rosenberg for All Israel News.